What's going on, people? What is going on? You are now tuning into the Heavy Hitters. Let's get it. You know, you had to wait for that beat drop. What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, this is Wednesday night, which means this is your Heavy Hitters Wednesday night. 3 minds, one show, one goal, one family. I'm your man, 6-Man K Styles, as you already know it. To the stage left, Glitchy over here. This is the mad scientist himself, man. Mike Sports, donning the all black today, so that lets you know what kind of mood he in. And down here at the bottom, we have the minister himself, the calm before the storm, Jew Talk Sports. And we appreciate y'all tuning in to us. But before we start, everybody already know we got a special 3 words that we always kick the show off with. Fellas, how do we normally do this? What we usually give the people the
realness?
No. Real ripeness? No. Real the highlight reel. No,
The real
that ain't
roach
it.
kill? That mean,
Oh, I got it. It's the real roach. I ain't even gonna. That. But today's roll call, we're gonna kick this off with Miss Robert Ponder, Joseph Thornton, Jamarius 58, Bubba Gump, Kenneth Lewis, Joshua Coley, William Amy, Miss Maggie T. She's in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all show her some love. We got John Higgins, Alex Edwards, Big Ant in the building, William Amy, Andrew G, Donald Curtis, Dre Murphy, Low Ski. We got Michael Walker, not that Michael Walker, ATL Leo, Rashawn Thomas. We got D Coleman. We got Juan, the Falcon therapist. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love as well. We got Prove It, YMOF Jamal, Ghost Peppers, Desmond Capel, Sonia Howell. That's my peoples right there. King Quest, Michael's in the building. Oh Lord, we got the ghost of the Judah tribe. Lord have mercy. What's going on, man? And Jerry Bowen. Let's go ahead and kick this
get
thing
the
off
hell
right.
on, get out of here. You do not belong.
That boy is stalking. So we're gonna go ahead and get 3, 2, 1. All right, people. Let's go ahead and get this thing kicking off, man. As you already know, the heavy hitters always come with the 3 keys to victory, and our 3 keys. If you are new to this thing, instead of everybody giving their 3 keys to victory, everybody's gonna give their 1 key to victory, which would equal 3 keys to victory. I know that might have went over some people's head, but and we usually gonna have a discussion on everybody's key.
Usually the Chicago Bears fan, you know they ain't too smart anyway.
But before we start here, we already got some news here. Jalen Mayfield has been designated off the IR, so he's back at practice. AJ Terrell is back. Um, from what they saying Chuma Boga
See,
took some
Doga.
snaps. Edoga took some snaps with the first team at left guard. Hmm. You
Hmm.
talking about a very interesting
That's
move at that. Fellas, what like I said, we got about a few minutes before we get to these three key. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that little piece of news?
I think it's interesting.
can't
To
be.
be honest, I forgot Jalen Mayfield was on the team because we ain't we ain't seen him. They ain't said nothing about this man since training camp. So just to see he back at practice, I know he was injured during training camp and preseason. They had said he had a lower back injury, but I forgot about Jalen Mayfield. But I'm trying to figure out: do we still have Jermaine Fetty on this team? Is he still on our
I
roster?
don't, I don't know. I
No.
haven't seen him on no depth chart. I ain't heard
Yeah, I don't.
nothing.
I'm like,
You-
what happened to Jermaine Fetty? I thought he was on this team still. Look, they still got him on Madden, so I don't know what's up. But uh, the guy that they added, the Chuma Udoga, I don't know a lot about him, so I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I know that Kobe Gossett didn't play well Thursday, so I mean, I really don't know because they put our starting guard on IR, right? Wilkerson, he's on IR, right?
Wilkinson's on IR. Hennessy is on IR.
Yeah. So good news, we got depth. We got depth on this team. I mean,
Hopefully,
yeah,
you said
yeah,
hopefully we got
yeah. Hopefully, we got depth, but I
Hopefully.
don't know really what to expect. I really don't know what to expect out of this Chuma Dogi or Doga. I don't know too much about him. But Jalen Mayfield, I mean, at least we
Man, that
seen him
sound
play
like
last year,
that
and
sound
he
like a
got
sandwich you just said. The
a
Edogi.
Dogi. Yeah, man. I don't know a whole lot about him, man, but
a doggy.
I know Jalen Mayfield. We seen him play last year. We know he got experience. He got some chemistry with those guys. So I mean, that's a good thing. And we're running the ball well, and we know that Jalen Mayfield is a mauler. If you don't put him in too many situations where he got to pass protect, we know when he's going forward, he's a force to be reckoned with because he played at Michigan. And you know that they like to run the football. So I mean, it's good to see him back on the field. I'm just interested to see who actually starts on Sunday because we're kind of banged up at that guard spot. So we're gonna find out, like K Style said, we're gonna find out if we really have depth. I mean, we got a lot of offensive linemen on this team, but that Chuma Adoga or whatever his name is, I'm not too sure about him.
Okay. Then, like you said, AJ Terrell back at practice here as well. So, do you think that's going to be a jolt to this team as far as having one of its core young leaders back at it?
To my AJ Terrell,
As
most
far as the
definitely.
defensive side.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, AJ, to be honest, like as much as we kind of getting on the defense, the backup guys that we had out there played well enough in a couple of those games to win. I mean, the Chargers game, you really didn't even like notice that, well, dang, AJ ain't out here. Like, I'm surprised that I haven't noticed that more because to me, Cornell Armstrong, the guy they brought off of, basically he was on the street, but he was playing with us in training camp. To me, he's played pretty well when we brought him in. I don't think Fenton played that well last week. He was okay, but to me, he did a poor job to me in tackling. But I mean, getting AJ back is going to be huge because we know that the front end and the back end ties together. If you're playing tight coverage and things of that nature, that gives your guys up front more time to get to the quarterback when you're playing the tight coverage. And AJ Terrell, we know he's a guy with these picks that we saw dropped in this last game, which was 3 picks we could have had. If that's AJ Terrell, you give him opportunities, he gonna come down with the ball. So, and he's a playmaker. So that definitely should help the defense out. And it should help us, like I said, it should help the front end because now you got a corner that's going to make the quarterback hold on to the ball a little bit longer, where it gives Grady and those guys that extra step where they can get to the quarterback. So, I mean, getting AJ back is huge because we know he's probably, arguably, other than Grady, he's probably the best defender on our team. So, definitely a welcome sight to get AJ back.
Well, let me say something real quick. Ghost of Judah Tribe, just if you can't say anything positive, just like we're gonna block you. As like we know you just learned how to spell, so I know you're a little bit excited about that. But if you can't say anything positive, just don't say anything at all. Because I know ain't no criminals and all that in Chicago. And I'm sorry, Raju. I love you, but some of them Chicago people, there's a reason why y'all move away from Chicago. You know it. So just chill out. Just relax, little kid. Jesus Christ. That man, like he ain't never been on a damn channel before. This is the first time you don't seen YouTube before?
Nah, he got look, I'm about to say he got his own channel. He just stalking. He just stalking your ass, Mike, bro.
God almighty, boy.
Why you telling that man he just got hooked? He just got put on hooked on monkey phonics. What the fuck is you talking about?
Bro, he monkey phonics. Hey man, let's get to these keys, man. I just want to say that. I just want to say that. Let's get to the task at hand, okay?
Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on a couple of those couple of those roster moves as far as AJ Terrell and Chuma Edoga. Yeah, just for a couple minutes.
Just real quick with AJ Terrell, man. That right there is a side that like for more so than just the talent. I think psychologically they needed AJ Terrell. He's obviously one of the better players in the league and for this team, but psychologically they need his ability, man. It's just him, his swagger. He just brings a different swagger attitude that we so desperately need for this team right now because my key gonna kind of get you're gonna kind of understand once I get my key, but I think for AJ Terrell, they definitely need him psychologically, man. They just need somebody that their opponents respect more than anything. And Chuma Doga, like I don't really know much about him, but I will say this: I hope he's better than Kobe Gossett because, man, look, I could have damn laid on the ground better than what the hell he did. So, Jesus Christ, I just hope he's better than that.
All right, so since you brought it up, Mike, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna let you go ahead and run point tonight with your keys, man. So what you got for the people? You know how you got to announce it.
Oh, I gotta announce it like that. Okay, all right. So Mike, get to the first key.
Mike,
and
Mike.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
No, bro, you did it wrong. You supposed to say case.
No. I got no. See what happened was I got a little bit excited
bro, what the hell?
This is just too good. This is too good right here, man. The reason why, because this is what the hell we were saying. I know you wanted to get the damn graphics, but I had to get to my damn skill.
I know. I guess in this case it'd be like throw in the damn towel.
Throw in the damn towel. That's what the hell we were saying Thursday night, man, because it was ugly, and we're going to need Rocky to come out and save the day. And what I mean by Rocky, look, man, these guys, nobody believes in us. The media sure the hell don't believe us. the fans don't even believe in what the hell is going on, Bubba Gump. But McMahon, they need this more than anything. So my key to victory, man, is for one person in particular. He needs to channel his inner Rocky. And it's not so much for the fan base, it's not so much for his teammates, because I feel as though, the coach, the team is behind him, but he need this for himself. I don't like how he sounded after that game. I don't like the quotes that he stated. And this guy is Marcus Mariota. If the Falcons are going to get off to any start, a good start, they're going to need him. And they need him desperately and bad. And like I said, he's going to have to channel that inner Rocky and look deep down to himself. And it's like, all right, am I as good? Do I really belong in it? Yeah, I know I was a top 10 pick in the NFL draft, but I need to prove to myself that I am a football player. And the hell with a people's opinions. But this is more so about him. All right. Can he still do it? Do you have that inner, underdog? That's what I'm focused on. So Mariota, I need to see that chip on your shoulder, man. I need to see that chip on your shoulder. I need to see that. All right. You gotta go ahead and time him out. You know what I'm talking about. But I need to see that chip on his shoulder. And I like I said, man, this is for him. This is for the rest of his career. Because after that game, man, one thing I don't like to see a player was on the sideline, damn near in tears, and a player that you can see that he's visibly shaking. So Marcus Mariota is the key to this particular game, more so for himself than his teammates. Because like I said, I believe his teammates believe in him. I know the coach believes in him, but he has to find that inner Rocky and, find that inner strength to show that he can, be a quarterback, a starting quarterback in this league.
So basically, what you're saying to him is this is just gonna put it in layman's terms. This is it for him. As far
This
as
is it.
this is either going to be your defining moment, or this is going to be your moment where you're going to get your ass sat down based on how you play. So,
absolutely.
Okay, what you think about that, G?
I completely agree. I mean, when it comes to this game, and we're gonna talk about his ties in with my key to victory, but I agree. I mean, we basically just got to get our confidence back. We got to get our swagger back. It's kind of like how he talked about prior to the show when we were talking about the graphic. When Rocky got, his belt taken by Clubber Lane, he got beat down. He just needed to go get it. He had to get his swagger back. He went and trained with Apollo Creed. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to dance a little bit. Stop trying to just slug. And then look, he got his mojo back. As they say, what they say in Rocky 3, the eye of the tiger. He got the eye of the tiger back. And that's what I think Marcus Mariota and his team has to do, is get their swagger back, get back to our identity, which we know what our identity is. Physicality, running the football. Get back to playing your game. Don't try to get cute. Go back to what you do. Go back to your roots. Go back to what this team is all about. Go back to playing Falcons football. And Falcons football now is physicality. Go back to doing what you do best. Don't go out here trying to be cute, trying to throw the ball around the yard. Go back to what we do. So I completely agree with everything he said. Marcus Mariota and all these guys, even our coaching staff and all these players. After this last game, that was one of those games that takes the wind out of your sails. And this game against the Bears is pivotal to where this season is going to go. What happens in this game is what's going to change the season. This game right here, because now you're 2 games under 500. So we got to go on a run. Let's be real. We're at the mid-season point, or a little bit past the mid-season point. After this, you got 7 more games. So At this point, you are what your record says you are. I think it was Bill Parcells that said that. That was one of his statements that he made years ago. You are what your record says you are. So at this point, it's time to put up or shut up. We're 4-6. So this is a key and a pivotal game. You can't afford to be 4-8. We said last week was a must win. So this game is like, to me, it's going to decide the season, to be honest with you guys. I really think this is the game because now with the Bucks winning last week and there being basically a game up on us, we got to start making ground. We can't afford to keep losing ground. And the more games we lose, the more confidence that the Bucks and the other teams in this division are going to get with the more separation they create. So we can't afford to drop no more games at this point, especially to the Bears. Like, it's games on this schedule. When the schedule came out that you put a W by, and this is one of the games, no disrespect to the Bears, that I put a W by when I was doing my predictions.
Definitely agree. You got, like I said, it's all approving. Like I said, it's after Thursday. You got to make a statement here, and what better way to make a statement against the fan favorite of Atlanta right now, and Justin Fields. But while we talk about that, we're gonna go ahead and go to key number 2.
Okay.
And key number 2 is we gonna pass that thing off to the minister. What you got for us, man? What you got for us?
You already know. K Styles, get the graphic. There you go. I already was talking about it. Look, we segue right into it. Play your game. That's as basic as you're going to get. You know how I always say, make it make sense? This is just keep it as simple as you can. As you say, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. You're playing the Chicago Bears. This is no disrespect. My family are Chicago Bears fans. I forgive them. But it don't get no simpler than this. It don't get no simpler than this. In this game, you don't have to do nothing special to win this game. You just have to play your game. Last week, I was really disappointed. And the reason I was disappointed is not that the team lost. I was mad because we didn't play our game and we lost the game. If we went out and ran the ball 40 plus times last week, like the Carolina Panthers did against us, running the ball 40 plus times, giving the ball to their running back, Deontay Foreman, 31 times in that game and rushing for over 100 some yards, that's what kind of ticked me off in last week's game. We didn't go out playing our style of football. We didn't play Falcons football last week, and that's what had me upset. I know you guys might have seen my, the little live show that I did where I kind of just did a voiceover and talked about the game and recapped the game. The reason I didn't focus on Marcus Mariota in that live is because we didn't play Falcons football. If Marcus Mariota played the way that he played last week and we ran the ball and we did what I know the winning formula that we've had this year, then I could have harped on, maybe we should look at switching the quarterback. But when you come out throwing the ball, which you ain't did that all year, right. When you go away from what works, which we've seen with the last regime, that anytime we did something that works, we went away from it. We didn't use our common sense. We didn't make it make sense. This week against the Bears, I want the Bears to know what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball 35 plus times in this game. I want to see Marcus Mariota. His strength is not his passing ability. His strength is his ability to run. His strength is his ability to keep that edge defender from closing down on the running game. So in this game, go back to that pistol formation. Go back to what we do. And the new Falcons regime, this new identity is physicality. That's what this team is about. The trenches, the offensive line, the defensive line. That's what it's about. I know a lot of our upset in the uproar with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, why we're not seeing these guys, get the 100 plus yards games. Y'all gonna be mad a lot this year. because that's not the identity of this team. The identity of this team is running the football. That's what the identity is. The identity is getting after the opposing team in the running game, not allowing teams to run against us. I was shocked to see last week prior to the game, we were 8th overall in stopping the run. Now we're 18th after last week's game because they ran crazy. But going into that game, we was top 10 in stopping the run, which blew me away because I didn't realize that this team had been doing that well at stopping the run. So that's the name of our game. It's physicality. So in this game, play your game. If you lose playing that style of football, I can walk to the middle of the field.
Okay, can I do it right quick? Can I do it right quick?
Okay.
Bridget already started, so I gotta do it. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical.
That's it.
The physical. I'm gonna make
you would want to sing that damn song.
Hey, that's
she brought it up. I had to sing it.
Yeah,
you just had to sing it though.
I said it in the chat. Hey, that's what I want to see in this game. That's what we do. That's Falcons football. Physicality. So in this game, if you lose playing like that, like I said, if I'm Arthur Smith, I can walk to the middle of the field, shake the other opposing coach's hand and say, good game, coach. Y'all were the better team today. But I can't walk to the middle of the field like that when I seen us try to throw 30 plus times in the game. And we see Marcus Mariota throwing Hail Marys from his backside. Like, bruh. We got mad at Marcus Mariota, but we went away from our identity. Let's just be real. We went away from our identity. So in this game, stick to your identity. As Mike said, he's been saying it all year. Make them stop what we do. We're not going to stop what we do. As Terrence Mathis always say, it's your job to stop us. It's not my job to not run the score. It's your job to stop what we're going to do. When you seen the new Utah Jazz with Karl Malone, John Stockton, you knew they were going to run that pick and roll and run that pick and roll
every day.
And run that pick and roll until you try to stop it. And then you try to stop it, what they were going to do? Run that pick and roll.
Yeah, because Karl Malone was a big swole mother. You was not for the body his ass out the
That's
play,
it.
no matter what.
The same thing with the Bulls. They were going to run the triangle. If you try to stop it, they were going to go back to what? The triangle. That's what we have to do as Falcons football. You run the ball. If it gets stopped, guess what? You run the ball. If it gets stopped again, what you going to come back and do? Run the ball. That's what you got to do. Make it make sense.
Yeah, man, because I thought it was kind of weird to see them come out and throw the ball like a lot early. Now, I know they just tried to give them something different, but I think that's what kind of threw the offensive rhythm off just a tad bit, kind of threw that. I think that's why that energy wasn't there at the beginning, because this team builds its energy, like you said, off the physicality side of the game. Like it's about Mike. What did you say before? Well, we say what run the damn ball means. You know what I'm about to do.
Can you stop it?
Can you stop it?
Can you stop it?
Look, I don't give a damn. All right, that's it. I don't give a damn. Can you stop it? You know we're gonna run. So what?
Right.
And I'm seeing people in here talking about we become so predictable. Look, everybody in the damn league is predictable. You know the Rams are gonna pass the damn ball to guess who 50 billion times. Why the fuck like y'all? I'm sorry. I think
like I said, I think where the issue comes with it is, like I said, it's predictable in a way, but like you said,
don't. I'm not gonna allow you to try.
No. You gotta let me finish this.
I'm not gonna let you try to.
Nope. You gonna let?
Hey. I love you, but no. We not doing
Russell
this.
Gage Jr. Calm your head down. Let me finish this. No. But what he's saying about the predictability part about it is, everybody pretty much damn near runs the same offense, if you really, really think about it.
We just watched the Carolina Panthers run our offense against us.
They
last
ran
week.
our offense against us.
They literally threw 10 what? They literally threw 13 passes and ran the ball goddamn about 40 times. Who that sound like? The Atlanta Falcons. The week that Mariota won Player of the Week, he literally threw the ball like 13 times or 16 times. He didn't throw it 20 times. They literally took our game plan and literally said, Arthur Smith, let me borrow your playbook, and call every single play that we run.
But like I said, at the end of the day, you still gotta have. I think they tried to play into the whole Kyle Pitts, Drake London, get the ball type of thing. I think they played into. I think the play calling played into it a little bit.
We didn't. The running back didn't run well either. It's like I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna say this is we got out our game. Our running back didn't come to play. I just keep that real too. And this is why I always say it's like you can't always focus on the play calling, especially if guys aren't executing. We did not execute, so you can't just say, all right, we didn't play our game. Well, we would have played our damn game if the damn running back would have ran the ball well. We would have blocked. We would have ran the ball well if they would have blocked well. So we didn't do what we were supposed to do. And that's what we're good at. We're good at run blocking. So when you don't do what you're good at, it's just the other team's day. Michael Jordan. You see Michael Jordan. I've seen Michael Jordan where he had games where he was 9 of 34. But he never stopped shooting. Sometimes it's just not your day. And I don't think we didn't. I didn't think we purposely. I think he went to the pass game because he saw with his own two eyes, and he got a better feel for his running game and his running and his team than we do. Yeah, we got away from our game, but it wasn't because he was just trying to throw the damn ball to Kyle Pitts. I don't think he give a damn if he throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Just my opinion.
Me. I just wanted to see the Arthur Smith from the Browns game that said we finna get ready to run the piss out the ball and just make they gonna just have to stop us. We finna run it 14 straight times. And if we get 1 yard in the cloud of dust every time, that's why I'm in my feelings. I'm just being real. To be honest, I'm not trying to say that you can't throw the ball, but my thing is this. When you see Kobe Gossett can't block somebody, and I've said this numerous times in previous shows, it's harder to pass protect than it is to run block. He was already getting blown up in the run game. That's why we started off slow. But then once they would start passing it, it got 10 times worse. You escalated it. When you start, he couldn't already block in the run game hardly. He was getting blown up. But then as soon as they start trying to throw the ball, that just magnified that he couldn't block. You see what I'm saying? Then he started getting holding calls, and that's when we started to unravel. So it's not all Arthur Smith's fault. But I'm saying I feel like if you ran the ball a little bit more, even when it's not working, you can kind of mask some of those offensive line deficiencies. That's where I'm going.
Well, yeah, but our defense didn't play worth a crap either, especially that damn.
Let's just keep it real. The whole goddamn team played like absolute dog shit.
Right.
Everybody played like shit.
He couldn't just run the ball because of the defense.
The offense sucked. The defense sucked.
Defense too. So
and the motherfucker. Bruh, look, the offensive line was falling over looking for change. The running backs couldn't get going. They needed some blue chew out there just to goddamn run the football. Mariota out here doing throw that ass in a circle throws out there. It didn't work. Defense getting ran through like Suki Hana. Special teams, the golden toe, like bruh.
Caitlin McGarry tried to help block Derek Brown on fourth down instead of blocking down the end.
Bradley Pinion and Younghoe Koo turned into Doug Funny. It just wasn't a good day for the Falcons all around. So at the end of the day, they need this week to prove to themselves that last week didn't happen.
Was a fluke. Yeah.
But yeah. I agree with Mike on that one. I agree with you too, Ju. As you said, 3 minds, 1 goal, 1 show.
Dude, just ass, man. We just ass.
We was just all ass. Like I said, when you got when all 5 of your offensive linemen looking like they bent over, we're all looking for loose change on the ground. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad day for the offense. So, yeah, I did say Blue Chew, boy. It was bad, boy. They was limp out there. But let's go ahead and get into my key, man. We could be talking about Blue Chew and Doug Funny all day. My key to victory is kind of like on Mike's side of the game, but it's gonna go way out of left field on this one. Hold on, what? Hello? Oh. Hey, good for graphic. Oh, okay. Cool. All right, so my key to victory is way out of left field for how I'm gonna say this one. Be like Roberta. Now, a lot of people don't know who the hell Roberta is. I gotta give a shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, CJ the GOAT. He's an anime commentator, content creator, and he got me interested in Black Lagoon. And this character, I'm just gonna put her motherfucking face up here. So be like this crazy ass heifer cut for the let's just say she is a terrorist. We have to terrorize these bears. This goes back to what we've been saying about having to prove yourself and prove to us that okay, we need to come back and we need to be dominant. That crazy heifer y'all just saw on this motherfucker took a 50 cal sniper rifle in the face, laughed at the motherfucker, and rammed the bayonet through his ass. So I'm like, no, yeah, this is a terrorist right here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
This motherfucker, this chick right here lost 3 fingers, ate all 3 fingers, and chopped the head off a soldier just because. So, but yeah, we have to go out here. We have to be dominant, man. We got to get back to what we doing. Like I said, all 3 of these keys tie in together. We got to get back to what we've been doing. Like you said, if it come down to Marcus Mariota, if we winning games by Marcus Mariota throwing 15 or less passes, fuck it. We got to do it. We got to terrorize this Bears team. Offensively, we have to establish the run. They're not good at the run game. They're not good against the run. Doesn't mean that we're gonna run for 300 yards on them, but you want to establish, you want to get their defense thinking, okay, they running, so we got to overcompensate for that. And offensively, defensively, I gotta see more Troy Anderson out here. Troy Anderson got to be on my motherfucking football field because I think he is the key for this Falcons defense to slow down this Justin Fields 20 rush attempts per game offense that they run in the last couple weeks. Like I said, we just have to terrorize. We have to. Let me put this in a better term because I don't know how the YouTube algorithm be like when I say the word terrorize. We just have to damn dominate. Ain't nothing more to say about that. We have to dominate up here. This is where it has to start, right here. like I said, if Justin Fields ends up rushing for 200 yards, we get the W. I don't give. Justin Fields can run for 400 yards. If they only score 10 points, I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
But just what you said, Kay, you just said it. Like, and that's what I was talking about when I was giving my key is like this game plan should be simple. If we be honest, why is Justin Fields playing better? Because they've dumbed down their offense. Like his man rushing for 100 yards a game because they've dumbed down their offense. They're basically just telling him, you look at the first read, it ain't there, take off. You know, they
Run, nigga. Run, nigga, run. My bad.
Yeah, they basically, you know what I'm saying, they've made it simple. They've taken all of the thinking out of the game, and basically he's playing backyard football again.
Woo, Lord, Jude. I don't think y'all realize what you just said right there.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, I'm just being real. They dumbed it down. Like if you look at what the Bears are doing on offense, like I said, football, sometimes we make football really complex, but we always talk about it's a game of inches and moving another man against his will. If you can push the other team around in the trenches, you don't have to do no fancy pass plays. You can just run simple plays. Run, simple run, stretch, draw, whatever you want to run. Simple plays. Football is a simple sport. We're making it difficult. We want to see the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and all of these trick plays. Look, keep it simple. If they can't stop the run, like Kay said, if we can win with just throwing 15 passes in a game, why not do it? Like I feel like we want to expand, and that's why I feel kind of like this. You know, I don't know if Arthur Smith and them are listening to the media, but it almost seems like we're trying to prove a point. It's like, well, let's come out and throw the ball because people keep talking about it. Let's show what we can do. When it's like, for what reason? For what reason?
Right. Because you're going, because like I said, with their offense, and like I said, they don't have bad playmakers. I mean, I'm the judge. The book is still out on Chase Claypool. I don't know what the fuck wrong with him. Like I said, Darrell Mooney, he's a guy that you can't really take for granted. Cole Kmet is definitely a guy that especially with if Michael Walker started, Cole Kmet is somebody that I have to worry about.
What's the linebacker on the defense? Some Sambo or whatever the name is. I forget his name, but he was making a few plays on defense. So they have a few players, man.
Yeah, but like you said, at the end of the day, it's going to have to come. It's not only is it going to have to come down to Troy Anderson being a key factor on this defense, but Grady Jarrett, Lorenzo Carter, AK, these guys are gonna have to rush that clock. Like you said, you're gonna have to force Justin Fields to make a decision out here.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot more. The edge. Just look for the edges to be a lot more. Lot less aggressive. They're gonna be more. Just fundamental, especially guys like Ebiketie, Lorenzo Carter, those guys, and they're gonna force Justin Fields to just go at Grady Jarrett and Taquan Graham, and I think we're gonna win that matchup. I don't think their guards are very good. In fact, I know they aren't very good. And our tackles are even worse. So, yeah, this is gonna be a battle of the fundamentals. You know, we always say here, the small intricate details of football. So the Falcons stay fundamentally sound. I don't think the Bears have enough talent to be able to take this Falcon team down, especially offensively. The Falcons just have more weapons offensively than they have on the defensive side of the ball. You're getting AJ Terrell back. Like I said, I'm positive that Justin Fields is not going to be a very good passer. He's never been that. He's going to make some plays. He's going to stretch the defense every once in a while with his big arm. He loves tight ends. So I hope that bastard. I'm sorry. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
nah,
I'm sorry.
no, bastard.
I'm sorry. But every time I see him, I just get so angry. I apologize. That wasn't nice. Michael Walker, you have to be ready for this game because they are going to attack you. He loves to throw to tight ends. He loves to throw in the middle of the field. So this is a game for Michael Walker. If you want to place in the NFL as a starter, this is your game because Chicago Bears are going to attack the middle of the field. Be ready. Have your track shoes on because you're gonna need them in this game. Damn, I ain't mean to say bastard. It's Cliff. I'm I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That dude just make me so mad sometimes, man.
Yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, we have to be on our A game, man. Regardless of, we can be pretty and talk about these kind of players and what kind of plays they need to run and what stunts they need to do and coverages.
Hold on. I apologize, but who? When did I ever say I don't like Justin Fields?
Oh Lord, who?
You do know one of my biggest videos are Justin Fields, right? And Kirby not playing Justin Fields, right? You do realize that. Just saying.
I mean, just because we ain't over here over here sucking off on Justin Fields doesn't mean we don't like him.
Right.
Let's just be honest, bro. Like
I'm
you
sorry,
said, nah, yeah, you good. But like you said, it really Drew's key is really the main factor than what we're talking about. Damn all the schematics, damn all that cute shit, damn all that other stuff, coverage. You have to win. You have to win mentally, and you have to be more physical, and you have to be mentally strong in this game. Because the Atlanta Falcons know that this is a home game for the Chicago Bears. Let's just be real. Let's keep it 100. This is a home game for the Chicago Bears. The majority of people gonna be cheering for Justin Fields. I hate to say it, but it's gonna be true.
That's facts. That's facts, Kay. And I just feel like in this game, it's really gonna come down to what you and Mike was saying. It's like it's gonna come down to stopping. Like we talking about, we need to run the ball. It's gonna come down to stopping the Bears rushing attack.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they want to do. That's what's gonna come down with Justin Fields. He don't want to necessarily throw the ball. He wants to come in here and run for, like you said, another 150 plus yards. So in this game, what Mike was talking about as far as the guys that are rushing on the edges and just the defensive line in general, don't run past Justin Fields. In this game, you got to stay in your rush lanes because if you get aggressive and you try to bend the edge and you leave gaps where he can escape, that's where you're going to, that's what's going to hurt us. That's what he's talking about, the middle of the field. Like most of Justin Fields' big plays comes on plays similar to Marcus Mariota, where the defense is broken down because they think he's taking off the run. Guys at this point are watching the quarterback because they're in some type of zone coverage and they're trying to come up to stop the run. And that's when he throws the ball over your head. So in this game, the most important thing for this defense is just stopping the run in this game. I'm not too concerned about the Bears throwing the ball in their passing offense. Similar to when you're playing the Falcons. There's not a lot of teams that's worried about our passing game. Their number one thing is stopping the run. So we're really going to be looking at pretty much ourselves in the mirror again. So if we thought that Carolina game was ugly, this is going to be another game that's like to see if we corrected the errors that we made in that rear their ugly head. They could possibly rear their ugly head in this game because PJ Walker is not really a quarterback that necessarily wants to run like a Justin Fields. So a lot of the Bears' explosive plays comes on those runs with Justin Fields. So that's what we got to watch in this game. Is stopping the run. If Justin Fields beats us throwing the ball, he throws for 300 yards. As I said, I can walk to the middle of the field, shake the other coach's hand and say, hey, look, y'all are the better team, period. But if you let them come in here and run for 250 yards.
Somebody tell me when he get made described as a passer, because that fourth quarter when they needed him to pass, he couldn't even complete one.
And then we also have to remember Khalil Herbert, he's on IR right now, so they're gonna rely on Justin Fields to run the ball even more now. Like I said,
he's not.
like I said, if it strides as a passer, they have to get him more opportunities to pass the ball. But like I said, but it's kind of like what we're saying. Like I said, if you're gonna run Justin Fields, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't let that be the majority of your offense for the rest of his damn career. I'm telling you right now.
Let me say something, because I think this is very important, because he's literally where Michael Vick was in his first and second year. They turned him into a dummy. And I make a joke when I say Negro run, but that's literally what they're telling him. You're not smart enough. He should really be pissed off. If I was Justin, I would be pissed off. You just said, I'm in the NFL. I don't want you to run. I don't want you to pass the ball. Run. You should be offended, especially as a black quarterback today. When you see all these different quarterbacks, they're giving them more responsibility. They're saying, "No, we don't want you. We don't want you passing the ball. You're just gonna run. You're just gonna change the whole offense and make it a lot easier, and just get a whole bunch of weapons, and hopefully they good enough, and hopefully you improve." They're not even trying to turn him into a quarterback. He should be offended. But he's going along with it because guess what? He's getting a lot of yards. He's getting a lot of publicity, just like Michael Vick. We were not winning when Michael Vick was running for 170 yards. People don't remember when that run in Minnesota, that was in overtime. We were a lot of those games, we was already out of it. And we lost a lot of those games, just as Justin Fields is right now. They're 3-7, but he's on top of the world. That's not helping his team at all. It's helping him, but it's not helping the team.
So that question would be is as much as we talk about the Falcons and the lack of balance that they do have, that we hear complaints about the lack of balance they have. When you talk about the Chicago Bears, why don't you have the same energy for that? Because they have no balance at all. I mean, they the number one rushing team in the league.
Exactly.
There's, like I said, these are essentially two almost identical offenses, just with different mechanisms.
Right.
As far as running the football and how the passing game is worked.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna have to come down to who's gonna out physical who. Who's gonna be able to stop the run better. Can you limit Justin Fields from those big plays? Either with him rolling out, trying to look for the deep shot, or him taking off. Or the Falcons gonna have to, can the Falcons be able to contain that and stop it? If the Falcons can contain that, they have a good chance of winning this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because right now, Justin Fields is literally about 47%. He makes up. Let me see.
I know he's leading
7-9.
if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, he's that leading rusher. He got 749 right now. So he makes up for 2,100 yards That man is over 55% of this offense. I just did the calculate. He is over 55%. He accounts for 55% of his offense.
Yeah.
So
I kind of wanted to bring something up for 2K. Because y'all were having a conversation about the quarterback the other night. And, a lot of the Falcons fans, like you said, we could have drafted Justin Fields. And what I wanted to talk about is, you see, like y'all mentioned, the Bears record is what? 3-7.
7.
Right.
3-7. So it goes back to prove what we've been saying. If Justin Fields was an Atlanta Falcon, just having a good quarterback doesn't make a difference. People keep wanting to see Desmond Ridder. Y'all were just talking about it the other night. They're 3-7. As much as we're talking about all of these records he's breaking and breaking Vic's record for rushing yards, leading the Bears in rushing yards, leading them in passing yards, it doesn't matter. It's not making a difference. And that's what we talk about, make sense. It's like, yeah, he's putting up all of these numbers, but it's not equating to wins. And that's why I say we don't necessarily need to see Desmond Ridder right now, and it doesn't make a big difference. We always focus on the quarterback, but I think the biggest issue, what Mike was talking about with, they kind of dummied down the offense, and that's what I kind of said as well. They dummied down this offense. It's an indictment really on the Chicago Bears that they're trying to now put weapons around them because they did trade for Chase Claypool. But prior to them trading for Chase Claypool, other than Mooney and other than the tight end, they really didn't have many weapons around him. And Kay, you talked about this the other night with Tua. Like with a quarterback, you have to put weapons around them. How you talked about if we do decide to finally play Ridder, you got to put weapons around the quarterback for him to be successful. No matter how talented the quarterback is, without the weapons around him, we've seen that with Michael Vick. Without having the ample weapons around you, the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, the offensive line, it doesn't matter. So I feel like it's not just an indictment on Justin Fields that he's leading their team in rushing. It's an indictment on the Chicago Bears as an organization that they drafted him, but they didn't have nothing around him to help support him as a young quarterback. And that's why you're seeing them go into a run-heavy type scheme, because when he was dropping back to pass, the offensive line was getting them killed. Let's be real. We've seen that preseason game where he almost got decapitated. Like, yeah, you got to put weapons around these guys when it all comes down to it. So having Justin Fields on, having him as a starting quarterback doesn't equate to wins. And that's why we keep talking about stop focusing so much on the quarterback position, because it's not working out for the Bears. Yeah, they have an exciting player and they can, they're selling jerseys and stuff like that, but it's not equating to wins. They got a worse record than we have. We say Marcus Mariota's terrible, but last time I checked, we're 4-6. They're 3-7. A lot of people say Justin Fields is way better than Marcus Mariota. Well, why don't they have a better record than us if the quarterback is the only position that matters?
And yes, it may sell jerseys, but they still got potholes on their field. So what the fuck is we talking about?
You can call that a field, like a damn Amazon. But holes and water and bugs in the ground and all types of stuff.
But yeah, you right about that, Jude, man. Like I said, we have to take the focus off of one player and we have to put it on the whole team, man. And this is where a lot of I ain't gonna say just Falcon fans, but football fans in general. This is why a lot of our expectations are so jacked up when it comes to these football teams, is because we're thinking, okay, you have a quarterback, that's it. The quarterback makes everybody around them better. Go ahead, Mike.
Why is it everybody want to be Patrick Mahomes, but they don't realize Patrick Mahomes got weapons? Let me say that again. Why does everybody want to be Patrick Mahomes, but they don't realize that Patrick Mahomes, goddamn, they just got Kadarius Toney, they got Kelsey, the linebacker, I forget his not linebacker, but the running back they signed the practice squad. Dude is playing out of his mind right now. They got Mecole Hardman, one of the fastest people on freaking earth, and then you have several other wide receivers. They're just out of their freaking mind, and one of the greatest offensive mind to ever even be in the game. Andy Reid. Why we act like these people are not there? Like that's the crazy part. You want Desmond Ridder and these guys and Justin Fields and all these other quarterbacks to succeed, but you don't realize that the great quarterbacks that they have, they got great personnel. Tom Brady had one of the greatest coaches of all time. Had one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And before he did what he did, Aaron Hernandez he was a great tight end himself. Randy Moss, Troy Brown. I can keep going on and on and on. Y'all act like these quarterbacks don't have weapons. They have weapons.
We literally just seen it last season with the Rams. I was told for over a decade that Matthew Stafford sucked. He couldn't win a big game. This man went to the Rams in his first season and won a Super Bowl because he had weapons.
And then the second year, he reverted back to Detroit. Matt Stafford
fell to pieces. It shows like when you don't have the offense, his starting left tackle retired. His coach said he was going to retire and try to come back. Aaron Donald debated retirement. Dang on Von Miller left and went to the Bills. So they really not the same team. That's another thing that people are failing to realize. But like we said, everybody always focuses on the quarterback, but they never talk about and give the guys credit that's around the quarterback that is doing mainly all the work. Because you literally can see a quarterback throw a screen pass. I don't know how many times Patrick Mahomes just throw it out to Tyreek Hill and he run for a good 70 yards on just a little bubble screen. So it's like we got to give these guys the respect. We literally seen Tua for the last couple of years. They're saying that he sucked, and you put weapons around him. Now this man in the MVP conversation. Let's be real.
Look. We got people up there talking about. Look, he got a 30-year-old running back, and he got a second-year tight end and a first-year wide receiver. Those are not weapons yet, bro. There's a difference between talent and weapons. They don't have weapons. The Kansas City Chiefs have weapons and they have talent.
AKA more experience.
More experience.
Right.
I think that's what he was saying. But this is where, and then like you said about the whole Ritter thing and stuff like that, I still ain't got my motherfucking answer. Yeah, y'all still ain't gave me my answer.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still pissed about that. Y'all still ain't gave me my answer. I said if Desmond Ritter was to come in and start, are you looking for him to succeed or are you hoping that he fails? Because the reason why I put that term hoping that he fails is because if you're talking about you want to see Desmond Ritter just for the 20, just to see if we need to draft a quarterback in the 2023 NFL draft, you're essentially saying that you hope he fails because that is not that shows a lack of confidence in what he is. You bring him in, he's going to have to be at least a starting quarterback for the next couple years before you even start thinking about another quarterback.
The rest of his rookie deal, you can hang it up.
Pretty much. That's how when you say you want to see Desmond Ritter in, that's what you're supposed to say. You're not supposed to say, well, we just need to see him just in case if we need to draft a quarterback next year. So you telling me this motherfucker's on a 6-game tryout? And if they don't make the playoffs, you want another quarterback? That's an ass backwards statement to me. And the problem is when I ask that question, ain't nobody got no answer for that.
They praying on this downfall. That's why.
They just want to see if he sucked. That's like you don't really care if he actually good. You just want to see if he sucked.
So Mike, just by you saying that, you You said they don't want to. You said they want to see if he sucks instead of
Mhm.
seeing if he's good.
So
That's
so
two
they can
different.
begin the conversation.
That's two different mindsets now, people. You just if you want to see him to see if he doesn't suck, really saying that you have no faith in him. If you're saying I want to see him because I believe that he can succeed and take this offense to the next level, that's showing confidence.
Mhm. Showing confidence. One thing too, before I kind of get that, but you have a little bit more confidence if you kind of shave your man region. So the reason why I say the man reasons is Manscaped. Manscaped. By using the promo code AFN, you get a 20% discount off of Manscaped products. Also, free freaking shipping. So if you guys is getting Thanksgiving, your families are coming over, you don't want to be stank. Look, you want to have a nice beard trim. You want to have, some nice products, smell good, all that type of stuff, man. Go to manscaped.com and use the promo code AFN, and you will have free shipping and a 20% discount. So check that out, man.
And believe me, your woman will
Trust
love
me,
it too.
she will love it. I promise you that, bro.
See, like I said, if you're nappy down there long enough to where you can have dreadlocks on you, on your no, Manscaped is your best friend. I'm just telling you right.
It's your best friend. That man said dreadlocks. Yeah, you definitely need that. Hey, look, if you like that, please go to Manscaped and use the AFN.
Exactly. I was about to say, yo, nut sack will love you for it. Bollocks.
They love it. They will love it.
I wish we did that earlier. Man.
That man said ball locks. Wow.
That's hilarious. But yeah, like I said, I want to kind of get on that a little bit too about to get your opinion on that about the two different mindsets about wanting to see if he doesn't suck compared to I know that he can take us to the next level. I want to know what y'all think about that.
I mean, I talked a little bit about it when I
Yeah, you did.
When I did my live, and I said I was going to talk a little bit about it, and I was chomping at the bit when I heard y'all show. I didn't get to watch it live, but I went back and watched it. And you're right. Like I said, we're praying on this man downfall on Desmond Ridder and Marcus Mariota. They've been praying on that man downfall since the beginning of the season. This man had one bad game. We ready to crucify this man. Look, Desmond Ridder, the only reason they want to see this guy is because they want him to have the rest of the season to be the savior. If he comes in and plays bad, they're going to want to try to go out and draft another quarterback, or this opens the window or opens the door to talk about, okay, what quarterback can we draft next year? Because he's not the guy. But we just clearly said, and Mike just clearly said, we don't have weapons around the quarterback yet. You got to, and even if you want to say, well, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, these guys are good enough weapons, well, you still got to give them time to develop that chemistry. So what can you really learn from 5 or 6 games? To me, you can't really learn anything. I can't learn anything from 5 or 6 games if a guy's a franchise quarterback. The prime example would be Josh Allen. Go look at his rookie stats. His rookie year, a lot of people were saying he couldn't throw the ball. I think he had like 50-something% completion rating, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people saying he was a bust. Let's just be real. Everybody was calling him a bust. He played at Wyoming in college. A lot of people saying, see, he went to a small school. He's not that guy. Now this man is arguably vying for an MVP. And we've seen him in Buffalo that every single year they put weapons around him because he didn't come in with Stephon Diggs. He didn't come in with all these guys, Dawson Knox, and all these guys that they got around him. They built this team around him. The Gabriel Davises of the world, they built this team around him. And now we're seeing, with you letting him develop, as we always talk about development, now we're seeing what he could really be. with Desmond Ridder, like you said, this is going to be like a 3-year project. You're going to have to build the team around him to see if he's really the guy. It's not going to be a quick fix, and that's our biggest issue. Is we live in this microwave society where we want it overnight, but the problem is the media manipulation. Like, we look at Pat Mahomes, we look at these guys that's had the success coming out, you know, within their first year starting, they having success. But what we're not looking at is, like we've talked about, Kansas City was a ready-made team. You put any decent quarterback with Andy Reid and with the weapons that he has there, we've seen Alex Smith literally winning divisions and getting them to the playoffs every single year before they got Patrick Mahomes. So they weren't far off from getting to a Super Bowl. So Pat Mahomes, yeah, he put them over the top, but it was not like he went to a terrible franchise like the Lions or the Bears. He went to a team that was ready-made to win, similar to what Tom Brady did with the Buccaneers, similar to what Stafford did with the Rams. They went to a ready-made team. So the Falcons, really, we're not a ready-made team. So I don't care what quarterback you drop on this team. I don't care what. It could be a veteran quarterback. They weren't going to come in this year and be able to win right off the bat. I don't care if you drop Tom Brady on this team. He's not going to walk into the building with a rookie Drake London, with a second-year Kyle Pitts. He's not walking in first thing and getting us to a Super Bowl. Just doesn't happen like that. You got to give it time to develop. You got to give these guys time for chemistry. And you got to be a team. Usually the teams that you see, like I said, that has that success right off the cuff are teams that have been in the playoffs, and they just need that quarterback to put them over the top. Like the San Franciscos that we've seen over the years, where they're in the NFC Championship game. They're in the division around and they're losing, but they're right on the cusp of winning the Super Bowl. You rarely see a team that is at the bottom of the barrel and then they get a quarterback and then next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl. The Bengals of last year, those are few far between. And even with the Bengals last year, they got a ton of weapons on that team, but you rarely see what we saw with Cincinnati last year. Those are kind of 1 in a million type situations. You rarely see that.
A whole young team. Like, hell, the Super Bowl team with the Falcons, that you can kind of consider that, because that was a mix of young. Hell, that defense was kind of young. The offense was experienced.
Yeah, you had weapons. Like, you had Julio, you know, who was a veteran. You had Mohamed Sanu. Like, yeah, you had your young guy like Freeman and Coleman. But for the most part, like I said, it's mainly media manipulation. Like, you see the media always talking about Tom Brady went to the Bucs and took them over the top. It's like, come on, man. Let's be real.
I like this comment. He said, we had Tom Brady, we'll at least get all the calls at home. you ain't lying about that.
Yeah.
That motherfucker get all the calls, boy. My bad, man. What the damn security thing on my see that shit at the wheel, man. I'm telling you. I think Ghost of Judah trying to fuck with my damn stream.
Oh hell, we don't start that.
Don't
that
start
came
that.
up all of a sudden. We don't need them problems.
But yeah, like you said, we can't rush this process, man. Like you said, Desmond Ridder time come, it comes. But don't think that if he plays in 5 or 6 games and they don't make the playoffs, we need another quarterback. I can't stand that narrative. I hate that. I actually hate that narrative more so than anything.
Well, I hate that the narrative that he's the savior. And that's what I had said. I think when ESPN was doing their shows, I think it was Coach Unchained. I went into their show and I basically stated, like, he's not the savior. Like, it's not even, to me, it wouldn't be fair to throw Desmond Ridder in this situation and say, let's see what you can do. Because I really think that Arthur Smith and even the coaching staff, they know that the fans have unrealistic expectations. So I don't even think that they would throw him in. Even if they really thought that Ridder could help right now, I don't think they would throw him in because they know that this media is toxic and they know a lot of the fans are toxic. So they're not going to even put him in a situation to make him feel like he has to be the savior. It's like Mariota, you're gonna have to finish what you started, and this team gonna have to finish what you started. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't no saviors on this team. If we're gonna get to the playoff, it's gonna take all 53 plus the guys on the practice squad. It's gonna take everybody. That's the only way we get into the playoffs. It's not one man coming in and saving the season. It ain't happening that way. So if that's what we're looking for, we can cancel Christmas. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It just doesn't work that way.
Like I said, we've said this over and over again. The reason why Kansas City were champions right now is because they went to the running game and then allowed Patrick Mahomes to find a rhythm. He could slow the game down. All right, Pat, we're just going to check the ball down. You're not throwing those deep passes as accurately, or the chemistry wasn't there. So it's like, all right, slow down. Let's get this ball to Damian Williams. Let's get these offensive linemen to calm them down, and then we'll slowly start to bring those passing plays when the offenses are a little bit more have a little bit more chemistry. And right now, the Falcons don't have the players or the both sides of the ball. They had a pretty good defense. Their defense would allow them to slow the game down until Patrick got into a rhythm. We don't have that. That's the problem. So when we talk about going back to even the Super Bowl, one of the things, the reason why the Rams lost the Super Bowl against the Patriots is because the passing game. They had absolutely no passing game. They could run the ball well, they play solid defense, but they had no passing game to help when they needed to make those adjustments. It's going to come a time when offensively you're going to have to make a play in the passing game. There's going to come a time when you're going to have to make a play in the running game. Right now, the Falcons can only make plays in the running game. So that's why you see we always talk about the chemistry between the quarterback and the wide receiver. So until that gets fixed, there's no use to throwing a rookie who hasn't played a single damn game to say, all right, let's see what you got. You're setting him up the field.
I just want everybody to just throw some fire in the chat right quick. Throw fire in the chat.
I don't get it.
Throw some fire in the chat.
I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Like I said, my thing is all I always say it's the ghost of talent envy. That pretty much what it come down to. One person do it one way, we want it the same way. We want Patrick, like I said, everybody wanted Airbnb because he coached Patrick Mahomes. And people come to find out that Airbnb ain't really a play call over there.
And Airbnb ain't taking none of that Chiefs talent wherever he go with him.
Right.
So yeah, you might get Airbnb. It's the same thing with Andy Reid. Andy Reid is great, but he's not great without talent. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. We literally seen that man lose how many NFC championships in a row with the Eagles? 4, 5 in a row?
4 or 5, yeah.
There's a reason.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, the Falcons are exactly where they need to be right now. They're exactly where they need to be. They actually have exceeded expectations so far this season. We keep forgetting that. Have we forgotten hashtag 2-15? Have we forgotten that already? Have we forgot that this Falcons team was considered the worst roster in football from the beginning of the season? Falcons are 4-6, where in actuality, they said that the majority of the media said that this team was only going to win 2 games this year. Vegas done switched up on it now. They talking about they done switched it up from the Falcons winning 2 games to 6 games now in Vegas now. What the fuck? Yes, the Falcons are overachieving right now. And that's a good thing. Yes, it's not the Like I said, and I always say it like this: the same people that are complaining about this team not winning games under Mariota are the same people that said this team wasn't gonna win no more than 3 games, and that's the hypocritical part that I can't stand. So, relax, people, relax. Your team has already won 2 more games than everybody expected them to do. Now we just riding the wave. Can we get better? Hell yeah, we need to get better. But just like they just said here before, I'm not finna put, like you said, I'm not finna put the savior tag on a guy that I need for the next 3 years. I'm not finna kill his confidence right now. Not saying that he ain't confident at all, but you know what happens when what happens when you throw certain guys in certain situations. You don't know how he go. Like I said, you have a center who's still having snap issues. You have a problem at left guard. Like I said, you still got receivers that still trying to learn the game. Like I said, the reason why Kyle Pitts looked so great last year is because you had a veteran quarterback that could teach him the game while he was learning. A veteran quarterback that has been up here at this level.
That knows how to throw. That knows how to throw a player open rather than throw to an open player. That probably went over a lot of people's head.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan knows how to throw guys open. The best quarterbacks know how to throw guys open. He doesn't he doesn't have to wait for you to get to a spot. He can throw passes, like I said, those timing passes. Those are the things that quarterbacks know how to do, especially the guy in Matt Ryan's caliber.
Right. Right. But at the end of the day, I guess Ghostbusters is back. Yeah, Justin can run for 200 yards, but the Falcons still gonna whoop that ass. So let's go ahead and goddamn end the show on that note. We're gonna end it with a good note.
I just want to say one more thing before you end the show, Kay. So with this Falcons team, when we talk about where we're at currently, we're building a culture. That's where we're at right now. If we make the playoffs, that's just icing on the cake. But right now, we're just establishing a winning culture. We're establishing culture. That's what this team is doing. Go ahead.
Culture, baby. Culture. And we ain't talking about we living on past shit and thinking just because we did it in the past means that we automatically there now. This ain't about that. You have to build a culture of what have you done lately. This is what all teams are based on. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to Jew Talk Sports. Mad Mike Sports, whenever he gets that thing up and jumping. It's coming back soon, y'all. Don't worry about that. Atlanta Falcon Nation. 6-man K Styles. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah.
You ain't gotta go home.
You gotta get the hell out of here.
Deuces.
See y'all at the game Sunday.
Oh
Yes,
yeah. Oh yeah. We forgot to tell y'all. The heavy hitters will be in the building. Deuces.